Hey, what's up, guys? It's Seth. I am just lowering the volume on my ringer, and I did remember to shut AOL tonight. So I posted a thing earlier today. I have the Charlie Chaplin going on here. It's coming off tonight, but it's like a modern Charlie Chaplin because it has this. But I feel like it doesn't work because my facial hair is light. So it doesn't work. But oh no, my glasses. I said, Bobby said, put on your glasses. And I'm like, no, no, I'd rather not see. But I'd rather not see. I'd rather not see. See, if Stan's watching, you see what it comes down to, Stan? I'd rather not see. Anyway, and of course, uh, so I did a modification of the teleprompter, and because I have all the shit for the band. And I did decide that next week I'm going to do this from a different part of the room. Because if I'm not going to be out at a venue, I want to start to do it in different parts of the room. The other thing was that I was, it came to me in like, not a dream, definitely not a vision, but, um, but like, I should tell people just stop by, use the back door, um, you know, into the bar and just stop by and hang out. You will notice a Bluetooth speaker here, uh, partially blocking the Mets logo. I'll move it to the side. Finally, have a team to be proud of. I should fucking leave it exposed. I should expose myself. Um, this spun around. This is the name of the mic stand. You get stuff if you ask. So that's you don't ask, you don't get. Oh, I should close this a little more. My hair and makeup people didn't show today. So yeah, which explains why I'm sporting the Charlie Chaplin. I called it something else in my Facebook video. I can't close this fucking button. I called it something else in my Facebook video. It's a Charlie Chaplin. It's a Charlie Chaplin. Today was well, I should start out how I always say, it was a good week this week. It was a fucked up week. I don't know if any of you saw the strawberry moon. That was pretty cool. Uh, I almost rear-ended a lady. Um, it has nothing to do with the strawberry moon. It was in a bar. Never mind. So I keep forgetting that my young niece, that this is her favorite show, and my great niece. So I feel like the under 10 demographic. I don't know. I feel I might be a little too rough for them. I today I'm at the bank, and again, this happened to me twice. I look over and I'm like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And a woman says, "Excuse me, this is my 9-year old." And I said, "That's who I'm fucking talking to, lady." So, see, last time the kid was 10. So, and I purposely put the, oh my God, the YouTube say showed they're showing you should subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm up like 4 people since last week. So they're either just masochists or weirdos like me, or they're going to start to post some like anti-Semitic shit, or who knows? Who knows people's motives? So anyway, the teleprompter just is trying to keep me on track. And as soon as we went on the air, the teleprompter went off. So, I, you know, this fucking teleprompter, and I should give the name of the software is like S teleprompter, S like the letter S, which obviously stands for shitty because it's a shitty teleprompter program. But it's the only one that works with the remote control thing. Uh, the beauty of it is when I go to say something from the teleprompter, it's usually off. So I do have two that I've mentioned before. I bought two teleprompters. So now for me to lean over and push the button, it's going to be like I'm shoving my tits in your face. and no one wants that. Hold on. Wow, my beak looks huge when I'm right against the camera. So anyway, hey, what's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. It's Seth. See, I'm reading from the thing. So we're going to hit a few subjects tonight. Some are planned. Um, and this is like what my marriage was. I went in with the best intentions, and somehow it goes off track. And she's like, "It's me or the drums." And I'm like, "Well, then get the fuck out." No, I was, you know, and then her whole boyfriend thing. There's a saying, two's company, three's a crowd. But so my eyes probably shift up. Cowbell. Cowbell. I did a little research. Cowbell was invented in China, according to the internet. In China. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. There's a lot of cool drums and percussion from China. My Harlan shirt. A lot of cool drums and percussion from China. It was conceived like 5,000 years ago. And contrary to what people believe, cows don't like a cowbell. Getting a tissue for my eyes. Cows fucking hate the cowbell. So yes, I still have dry eye, which is why my eyes are constantly wet and tearing. None of that is on the teleprompter. So the question is, what makes the cowbell such a great instrument? So it's a great fucking instrument. I also want to talk a little bit about the Long Island music scene, but not just the Long Island music scene, the Long Island musician scene. Um, a lot of you know me from Bangers and Mash, the Celtic Insanity, great band. I've had the great good fortune to play all over the country and be exposed. Oh, there went the teleprompter to Irish music. Here we go, right back where we were. To Irish music, and I play with the Gypsy Felons. I think I'm the only felon that's in the Gypsy Felons. That's all right. And I've been doing some playing with 90 Below. They're a really good band. So I'm going to belt this out of the way right now. And don't forget the paper bag number 46, the overnight bag, is on June 24th. It's a Tuesday night. Mulcahy's has the wrong date on their website. They have Monday the 23rd. Incorrect. I mean, I'll be there that night rehearsing. It's not the night of the gig. The night of the gig is Tuesday the 24th. So keep that in mind. You can't even see this fucking thing. But so I will be with 90 Below on June 21st at the fabulous Dunton Inn in Patchogue. It's fabulous there. I'm going to be on 628 at Fadley's in Patchogue. There's a theme. And then 4th of July with them, it's a private party, so you can't come. However, if anyone wants to come with me and carry all my gear, I would love to have you join me. And then 8/9, it's late night at Rudy's. Guess where it is? Patchogue. I'm a Nassau County kid. I'm a nautical mile guy. I'm nautical. I'm nautical by nature. And I'm reading this without my glasses. So now the Gypsy Felons also have some gigs coming up. Don't forget about us on 6/26. We're going to be at I can't remember. 6/26. I want to say, well, check us out online at Gypsy Felons, the Gypsy Felons. I can't believe I didn't write it down, or I did, and I can't fucking read it. Oh, 6/26 at Club 4006 here at my house. 7/5 at the Lindenhurst Gazebo. It's a great gig every year. It's tons of fun. Tons of fun. So you should definitely come out for that one, 7/5. 8/9, we are playing at Toomey's Tavern in Amityville. Now, I've done this a few times where I'll leave one gig, throw my shit in the car, and race to the next gig. I've done it successfully. I can remember doing it, playing in Freeport, then driving to Bohemia and playing at Eleanor's, and it was seamless, seamless. And then I just fucking slept the entire next day. So blissful sleep. So again, June 24th, the paper bag number 46. But for this Hebrew, paper bag number 1. It's my first paper bag. I am over the moon excited, playing with a lot of great musicians. It's a 70-piece band, 70. So you take me out of the picture, 69. Um, that's for all my 14-year-olds who are watching right now. And the teleprompter, this is all from this mind, right? It's cool, right? Or frightening. It's either cool or frightening. I don't know. And that also is something that I say almost every week. So a good story, a good anecdote, a good joke makes the listener say, huh, you think that maybe he really did that? You know, when I make a joke about a priest or a rabbi, you know, I was never molested by a priest or rabbi. I mean, I fucked a couple of them. Totally different story. I was away in college. Shit happens. You go with the flow. Go with the flow. Um, Again, I remind that's from my surfing days. I would do the Randy Orton thing, but I think I'd throw my back out, and then I'd have to go and get a massage. Um, I should mention before we get into the show, on a more serious note, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Uh, he died. I just found out. I know I mentioned it on the show a few weeks ago. I don't know if you people know this. Regis Philbin's dead. I had no clue. And I fucking loved Regis. Regis! I loved him. Kathy Lee, you know, take her or leave her. She was great on Name That Tune. Oh, that's rough. But sorry, I had tacos. But Brian Wilson died, and I was like, huh, should I play my rendition of Surfing USA? It's called Fucking USA. And so I have it on my phone, but I'm not sure. I feel like he just died today. So to play it might be deemed disrespectful. I don't want to disrespect one of the Beach Boys. Uh, Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone died today. And so that's two. And they say that it comes in threes. So if you think I'm leaving this fucking basement, you're out of your mind. The disco balls are lit tonight because of the passing of two musical legends. Legends. Again, I'm a guy who thinks Rick James is like, as far as bass players go, Rick James. I have no issues with his, you know, craziness. And I'm not going to discuss the P. Diddy trial, but, you know, it's sexual trafficking is wrong. I think everyone agrees on that. Um, but every time I put on the news, it's like baby oil, baby oil. His skin must be so smooth. His skin's got to be smooth. All that baby oil. I don't know. I feel like I should use some baby oil, especially now that my tan has basically peeled off. So I would wake up in the morning and be like, oh no, should I go tanning? Obviously, the answer was no, because I think it's bad for you. Um, and you know, I'm very health conscious. I eat one meal a day. A lot of people don't know that about me. I eat one meal a day. It starts when I wake up, usually with a Pop Tart. or two. They come in packs of two. And it ends when I go to sleep. It's just nonstop. It's a nonstop eating fest. But stress and self doubt and things like that burn calories. So the amount of food I eat, I should weigh about 500 pounds, but I'm holding tight at 191. Would I like to be less? I could probably get to 185 if I cut off my foot, but I feel like that's drastic. So, paper bag, you got to have tickets. Tickets the day of the show are a fortune. I happen to have, they're not in that pocket. Oh, in that envelope. In that envelope. Oh, I shouldn't do that with the with the Charlie Chaplin. In that envelope, right over there, I happen to have tickets. Hit me up, $25. Uh, and interesting trades considered. Let's make a deal. I'm like Monty Hall. Let's make a deal. So the you'll notice behind me different beverages. I went, oh shit, I didn't close my AOL. AOL. Um, I'm that old. I'm AOL old. So I didn't close my email. Maybe it's maybe it's fan letters coming in, or could be anti-Semitic shit. Um, I hope not. I hope not, because I'm a badass Jew and I will fuck things up. That's all I'm going to say. Not getting political. I'm not. You know, this is one Hebe with a short fuse. A short fuse. And I love America, and I love Israel, and I love Pop Tarts, vanilla Tootsie Rolls. It's bothering me right now because I know that there are vanilla Tootsie Rolls right behind my drums, which are like 30 feet away. I could smell them. You smell that? It's fucking vanilla Tootsie Rolls. I also bought all of the old school Atlas music stands. And when I say I bought them, I bought a storage unit that had them. So, so now, like the retro 70s look of Club 4006, I feel like that adds to it because they're the old Atlas round bass microphone stands. Anyone who's not a musician is listening, like, what the fuck is he talking about? This doesn't have to do with cowbell, but what I did was I shifted and I went to Long Island's music scene. If I tell you, as a rookie in the paper bag, I've had people reach out to me and just been very welcoming, very gracious, and there was some talk that as a rookie you don't really get to play. You play maybe one song, maybe a couple of songs. I have a nice list of songs, a hunk of songs. I also am a package because I have quite a package. I come with a shitload of drums. So they don't need to rent drums. And Dennis at the Long Island Drum Center is a great guy. I've known Dennis and the Long Island Drum Center since I'm 13. They were originally on Charles Court in Belmore, and my dad's business was next door. So, um, so that could have been an influence. Also, my birth announcement said it's a boy, and the O was a drum. That could have been it. Also, the amazingly talented Harvey Sorgan from Hot Tuna, Santana, Paul Simon, um, uh, Windmill, Rust, and Sorgan. I mean, I could name 1,000, but I won't. He was my next door neighbor and pseudo big brother, and my first drum teacher. And I mean, I have a saying. I didn't make it up, but I wish I did. And it's go fuck. No, the saying is, uh, being a drummer isn't what you do; it's who you are. And I think that for me personally, that could not be more accurate. It's who I am. It's 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 what I do, but it's who I am. Part of my makeup, part of my DNA is drums. I love everything drums. I love music, uh, and I love anything drums. There are so many talented musicians on Long Island. Insane drummers, and not all famous. Not all. I mean, the island has its share of famous drummers. Shitload of famous drummers. Shitload of famous guitarists. Shitload of famous singers. The island is just ripe with talent. I don't know if it's because of the power lines that we're all exposed to. I'm going to go power lines. It's from the power lines. Long Island has talent out the ass. Out the ass. If you look at a map of Long Island and there's that the end part, I'm kind of looking at one now. Uh, I picture that like the ass, talent out the ass, and but they're regular people, like the celebrities, the famous people are regular guys. 27 East was playing at Claudio's uh, out in wherever the fuck, and Chad Smith was there, and he played a song with them. So, that's cool. The Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer came and played. Then I got to go back on stage and fucking follow that. Like, that's not easy. It's not easy. And he said to me afterwards, no, no, you rocked it. And he like rolled his eyes, I think to be funny, but I think to be serious. He's like, no, no, bro, you're great. You rocked it. And I was like, what was that? And he's like, nothing, I'm breaking your balls. Is he breaking my balls about me rocking it or about the facial? I don't know. It's also, as it is every episode of the Happy Hour with Seth, it's Wednesday. So every once in a while, uh, I'm Jewish and I love food. And Carvel is buy one, get one free on Wednesdays. So we wrap up at 11. And I don't know if I should give the location because I don't want to fuck them over. But I could make it to the Wantor Carvel by 11:15. It's on Merrick Road and Wantor Avenue. They're closed, but they're still in there cleaning, and they hook me up because I'm a man who loves ice cream, and they can see that in my eyes, in my dry eyes, and they must be like this fucking annoying. That fucking Jew needs his ice cream, and they're right. I do need it. Um, Worst case scenario, I have Breyers in the fridge. It was on sale at Stop and Shop. So I feel like I would buy a box of manure if it was priced right. I don't have a farm or anything. I would buy it because it's priced right. I don't know what I'd do with a box of manure. I don't even know how they sell it. It's by the ounce, by the pound, but whatever it is, I don't know. I would buy it. It's on sale. So says the guy with, oh my God, uh, at present count, and you will meet 50 next week because she is on her way here. Um, I was going back and forth with the gentleman who wanted a couple of symbols from me, symbols with a C, uh, and I think it's weird. Uh, I'm a soul tone symbol endorsee, a soul tone artist, and uh, and the guy is a big Irish music fan, and he was like, "No, I want symbols that have your name on them." And I was thinking, I don't even want symbols that have my name on them. But so I traded, and this happened to me once before. I got a Sakai, Sakae, Sakai snare drum worth like over $1,000. It was my go-to snare for a while. Now I'm trying to use all my snare drums. So this guy had a Radio King, steam bent solid shell, from the year my brother was born. In fact, almost the day my brother was born. So that's my excuse for needing the drum. Obviously, I don't need it. But so 50 is on her way here. She's beautiful. She needs to be cleaned up a little. Blue sparkle, um, solid shell, one piece, solid shell. Who doesn't like a nice one piece? So I really am like a 12-year-old. So I do want to talk about the cowbell deal, but before I do that, I don't think I need to. Oh no. These are dollar store glasses. You know what they paid? I paid for these $1. And looking at myself in them, I overpaid by $1. These are like, I look like, Uncle Herbie. If I had a cigar, I feel like I'd be Uncle Herbie. I'd be like, where's dinner, Sylvia? Sylvia, where's dinner? These are terrible. I got fleeced for a fucking dollar. So, a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned uh, for storage truths that there are a couple of rules that the public doesn't really know, and they should know. I believe I also told you guys that I had won a gorgeous Harley Davidson Fat Boy in Philly. I know what you're saying. You're saying a fat boy on a fat boy. Um, I need to get a Harley in the next few weeks because the Star of David Motorcycle Club I want to join. And next week we're going to talk about badass Jew tattoos because again, that's I'm obsessed with the lion with the Star of David, the lion and the Star of David. So last night I'm looking it up and doing some show prep, and the lion with the Star of David has something to do. Not the one I want, obviously. The one I want is because I'm a proud, strong Jew. There's another one called the Zion Lion, and the Zion Lion has to do with Rastafarianism. Listen, I have nothing against pot. Smoke your brains out. I'm not a fan of dreads. I'm not a fan of dreads. I hope to have my hair a very long time. Um, and if I have to take finasteride and rub in minoxidil and, you know, pour carrot juice in my ears and whatever, shove a tomato in my ass, whatever I have to do, I want my hair. But I don't want dreads. Like I'll go to the barber and get it cleaned up. In fact, I should mention, uh, you know what? I'm going to wait because I want to ask him first if I can mention him to the tens of viewers. To the tens of viewers, I don't want to fuck his business plan up. I stumbled upon a new barber, and he obviously he fucking made me look handsome and young and gentile. And then I showered and I looked like this again. But the guy cut my hair with scissors, like a real haircut. It was great. His kid was there, nice kid. There was another guy there, a paisan, uh, who was, I don't know if he was in the mafia. I didn't hear anything coming out of those bodies that were in his trunk. Like they weren't talking. They were just lying in his trunk. He was in a black caddy. Actually, he was in a black Escalade. So, nice guy. Nice guy. I think he was in the mafia, and if I don't say anything nice, he'll kill me. So that's funny because last week I mentioned that Ted Nugent uh, would kill me with a crossbow if I didn't listen to Stranglehold all the way through. Stranglehold doesn't have a cowbell, and for this I will put on the teleprompter. But before we get into the cowbell discussion, which I briefly touched on 17 times, I would like to welcome Jacqueline to the, I don't know if you say the Strong Island TV family or the Happy Hour with Seth family. Um, you know, when things go right, it's because of what goes on in Massapequa at the studio. When things go wrong, it's because I'm fucking involved. I'm technologically retarded. I am, I have the attention span of a 3-year-old, and I had to cover the window. I just noticed because of the leopard print uh, blinds, curtains. I had to cover the windows down here so I wouldn't be distracted. That's reality, man. So let's talk a little about my sponsors. And this is her first test from me. Larry Scott, Pro Gear. Larry, Ludwig Larry. You see how fast she put that up? This girl is unfucking believable. I'm very impressed. And speaking of unbelievable, Larry Scott has deals right now. I don't know. He went away for the week with his wife, with his child bride. She's like my daughter's age. I don't judge. I don't judge, but I do keep him away from my daughter. So he comes back. They went away in a camper. He's always thinking, that camper has so much room. He came back with like 6 drum sets. So right now he has some Vista lights, some celebrity-owned Vista lights uh, from a drummer that was with Blue Oyster Cult for a spell. And Blue Oyster Cult, it all comes back to the cowbell. Everything comes back to the cowbell. And I could do this all fucking night because there's no shadows right now. The way the lights are. Bobby says to me a couple of episodes ago, take a picture of the setup. And I'm thinking, take a picture of the setup. What am I, 9? So after I went off the air, I took a picture of the setup, and now everything's set up that way. So my lights look good. Uh, the nose still looks big, but could be worse. Could be worse. Um, so Larry is awesome. And I've bought quite a few sets from him. And I always say to him, no, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't. And then I bring him, I drive there and bring him food. Next week, I'm going to remind myself right now, Larry has a dog named Lucy. And if I look like I light up when I say that, Lucy, it's short for Lucifer. Lucy is, I love her. I love her. If people were like dogs, this fucking world would rock. Anyway, Lucy, she's so fucking cute. Larry has video of me and her making out, like our tongues. That fucking weirdo. Go Go Granny Racing. So right now, they have a horse named Boom Chicka Boom, and I don't think so. The logo that Jacqueline's going to put up is pink. I don't think that the logo is really pink. I think that it is more of a like a dusty rose. I'm going to go dusty rose. Anyway, she has a couple of horses right now that are crazy, crazy winners. Now, as most of you know, the day of the Preakness, I wagered on a horse that came out of the gate like its ass was on fire. So fast, the horse finished dead fucking last. That horse sucked. Sucked. Ah, that's what happens in horse racing. That's what happens in horse racing. It's a horse race. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. It's like sports. When I coached my kids' soccer and my kids' little league, parents would say to me, "Oh, you shouldn't keep score." Well, sure you should, because in life there's winners and there's losers. Oh, my son should get more playing time because he's going to be a major league star one day. Who? Little Josh Goldstein? Little Ezra Shapiro? They might own a team, but they're never going to play on one. No fucking way. The exception to the Plainview rule is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So MJF, I'm going to get him on here. I'm going to get him on here. I'm working on two people that I must get on here. One is MJF. He was in acapella in Plainview High School. He played football at Plainview High School. There's shit of his in the fucking uh, in the lobby case thing, the whatever the show kit, whatever it is. Um, that kid, and he's a kid. He's making bank. He's making a couple of million a year. So, and it's not, you know, I mean, Jerry Loeb, the musical director. I don't know if I even told this story, but but my son, when he auditioned to be a drummer, those are ice cubes you hear behind me. The ice machine. We're very fancy. When he auditioned to be a drummer, Jerry Loeb acted like it was fucking Whiplash, and he asked my son to play things, and I was sitting in the corner of the room, stirring in my seat. My son also can read music beautifully, and not just the notes, but Linda Milta, who I've played with musically in a band, her husband JD, they are all, oh my God. So Jacqueline went to Plainview, and all of the people I'm naming, she probably had as teachers. Lynn taught both my kids violin. My son went on to compose marching band at Albany. Um, he's a gifted musician. He's going for his master's in education. Uh, a laundry list. My daughter is unbelievably gifted. She was in the Rolling Tones. She was in Noteworthy, and she's going to kill me, but I can't remember the other group. But so I had all these videos of her singing, and they changed the YouTube channel. POB changed the YouTube channel, and half that shit's gone. I'm going to give Bobby a couple of things to post, or Jacqueline a couple of things to post, because it's cool. I love the fact that my kids are so musical and that they're so involved and chock full of notes. The acapellas, I can't think of the acapellas of the Yellow Ties. So Abby's boyfriend Max, who I wanted to hate him because he's dating my daughter, but he's such a great fucking kid, and he's handsome, and he's tall, and he's smart. Um, so when Abby said to me, "Daddy, we're going to different schools. Do I have to worry?" And I said, "No, no girls like smart, athletic, handsome guys, talented guys. They don't like that." I said, "When I was in college, I speak from experience. This is what they like." So she's like, "Oh, Daddy, you make me feel better." Um, God, college. So my undergrad, at Stony Brook, that was probably the best 7.5 years of my life. My undergrad. I shouldn't have rushed it. I shouldn't have rushed it. I should have paced myself. God damn, that was fun. That was fun. I remember it like, like it was yesterday. And five of my six suite mates, uh, yeah, five of the six of us are still alive. Um, every day at 11:03, I think I've told this. I have an alarm that goes off on my phone at 11:03, um, and all the guys I live with set the same alarm. And every day at 11:03, we think of each other. And Neil Katzman, who was my roommate, um, who passed on a few years ago. But Neil was doing real estate speculation in California. He was kicking ass. He met a lovely young Southern Baptist. They wound up divorcing. I still think she was involved in his demise. And I could do a whole show on that. But to say that she's crazy makes me sound crazy. And then anyone who watches this whole podcast will be like, "Oh, he's fucking crazy." So, we're in the middle of the sponsors, and you know what? I drove by All American Burger tonight, which coincidentally is what Larry Scott always makes you bring to Jersey. He loves the All American. He's no commie. He loves the All American. I'm going to let you in on another fun fact. Next door to All American is Marshall's Ice Cream Bar. Diane Marshall is probably the sweetest woman on God's green earth now that my mother has passed. Diane is awesome. We have sat and talked for hours and gallons of ice cream. I could demolish a gallon of ice cream by myself. Maybe it's a half gallon. Whatever the Breyers thing is that's like this big, look at that. No fucking shadows. No shadows. Whatever the Breyers thing is, I could demolish it. Demolish it. So I can't believe my Charlie Chaplin is almost not visible. It looks like I have dirt on my face, unless the big nose detracts from it. But I digress. Marshall's Ice Cream. Now they have new summer hours. Not new. Now they have summer hours, and Sly Stone and Brian Wilson. What if a drummer is next? I'm not a young man. I'm not. I mean, I'm not 60, but I'm not 30. Somewhere in between 60 and 30. I have clothes from when I was 30. I put on the other day a concert jersey, no bullshit, from to a little embarrassing. Well, it's not embarrassing because it fucking fit me, from the 1984 New Year's Eve Bruce Springsteen concert. And I don't want to hear bullshit about his politics. I can give a shit. Uncle Pete used to say, it doesn't matter which rich guy's in the White House. They do for themselves. They don't worry about you. I think to a large degree, that's right. He was also my father, and he's very wise. Yes, you've got mail. So before we touch on the cowbell, and I like how the episode is called We Need More Cowbell, like it's going to be the focus of everything. And that's my intention. On paper, I have a plan. I always have a plan. As Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan till I punch him in the face. So I've never fought with Mike Tyson. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Uh, but I always feared being his cellmate, should God forbid I ever get locked up. The booze. Let's see if I can do this. This I had never heard of, and I tasted it on the cruise. Sheridan's coffee layered liqueur. One side's vanilla. And I say this because of the cowbell. One side's vanilla, the other side's coffee. I could drink this whole fucking bottle. But if you drink it, do you get cirrhosis of the liver or do you get diabetes? I feel like you might get both. Like I don't want to be an alkie, but I don't want to be a diabetic. So that's why I'm not going to drink it. We also, there's a whole bunch of Crown Vanilla because, in fact, oy vey, hold on, Crown Vanilla. I think I got it. Let's see if I spill it. By the way, this week I did spill a White Claw into my laptop. That's right over there. So this is to all of the music from Brian Wilson. It's a fucking hell of a shot of this Crown Vanilla. All the music from Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys, The Inspiration, Surfing USA, Surfer Girl, so many songs. And then it inspires musicians like me to write fucking USA. I think that might be the only. Oh no, I do have a perverse version of the John Stamos one. Uh, uh, Down to Kokomo. I'm not gonna. I mean, the guy died today, so I can't, even talk about Down to Kokomo. Just think about what rhymes with Kokomo. And to Sly and the Family Stone, different genre, but I don't think you can dispute the greatness of either of them. They brought so much to so many. So with that said, I'm gonna wish them. They will be missed. There's a saying in Hebrew. Well, I'm not going to say it in Hebrew, so I'll say there's a saying in Judaism. May his memory be a blessing, and that's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. May his memory be a blessing. May both of their memories be a blessing. L'chaim. I can't. I can't drink the whole thing in one swoop. Wow. From certain angles, it looks like I'm wearing a hairpiece. People, this is not a hairpiece. To the tens of people watching, these are my flowing locks. I wish I had locks in the house right now, like bagels and locks. I'd demolish that. Wow. That so. Oh my God. Ha. That that had a kick. Uh, I don't think I should smoke pot on the air. Just kidding. I don't fucking smoke pot. I haven't. It's been a long time. I haven't smoked pot since Monday. Again, I'm kidding. So I picture that everything I say that's even questionable will one day be played in court. People will be like, I fucking knew it. Cowbell. So everyone's seen the skit. I don't know that I should ask Jacqueline to play it, but then I think maybe I should have her play just a very short clip of it. Um, Frankly, I watched it last night. I don't think it's funny, but I know I guess it's iconic. I don't think it's funny. I don't, you know, I not everything that. Oh, Will Ferrell. He was, yeah. I liked him in the Lego movie. Who didn't? It's Lego. Uh, but I didn't think the skit was that funny. I do like at the credits at the end when they roll who's playing what. They say Bobby Rondinelli. I love Bobby. Everyone knows I love Bobby. Bobby taught my kids drums. Bobby helped teach me drums, helped me improve. Um, and so I like seeing that his name, like he's credited as the guy behind the kit for Blue Oyster Cult with this. So I don't think that "Don't Fear the Reaper" is their best cowbell song. I don't think. Um, I guess there's room for discussion with that, but I made my own list. So if we could play a clip of that, uh, maybe a minute of it. How are we doing on time? I think we could do a minute of that, and I'm going to bring up my list. Look at that. Yeah, so that's the iconic scene. Um, so let's see if I can get this thing cranking here, because my list. So this is something that's disputed, discussed. People talk about this all the time, and it's like part of me was going to play songs, which is why the Bluetooth speakers down here, even though there's a fucking PA system and 20 amplifiers. Next week, I'm doing this broadcast from the stage. From the stage. First of all, it's where I'm most comfortable behind a wall of drums. But so I put together my own list, and in my humble opinion, the most known cowbell song, in my humble opinion. Again, this is what am I, some fucking Hebrew music expert? No. Uh, Although I did play drums with the Hasidic Hendrix, Yossi Piamenta. For those of you who have never heard him play, he shreds. There's a reason they call him the Hasidic Hendrix. My fucking list keeps going off. I'm going to take this and just hold it in my hand and read it. Okay, so I think Mississippi Queen by Mount Leslie West, Leslie Weinstein. He's a landsman. I think that's the most recognizable. Da-na-na-na, clock, 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 clock. Mississippi Queen. I think that Honky Tonk Woman is up there. Um, I sing that with my band, and my vocal range is about that big. But I sing Honky Tonk Woman. I think that's got to be in the top five. Low Rider by War. All my friends got a low rider. I think Burning for You has uh, a better cowbell than Don't Fear the Reaper. Hair of the Dog. And again, I could be playing these. I don't know that it would translate well. But I do. This this might be my favorite cowbell song. Look, I don't even know what buttons I'm pushing on my own fucking speaker. How do I turn this piece of shit on? Oh, that's how. Wow, did you hear that? Bluetooth connected. She's very fucking mouthy. Yeah, so I mean we have a short time, but there's just certain shit that Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. I thought it was right here on the list. I don't know if this is gonna work. Yeah, I think you hear that. That's a lot of fucking cowbell. That's an iconic sound. Uh, this might be my personal favorite cowbell song. Dance the Night Away. I wanted to play that whole little drum track. This is it. The high water mark. American band. I, there's not even a question. You know what? I don't even need the fucking list because I have them in front of me. We're an American band. Unbelievable. Unbelievable cowbell. Um, Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin. I mean, it's what you think of when you think of cowbell. This is my favorite. When I was with Clan B, we used to play this. I got something to say that might cause you pain. If I catch you talking to that boy. Cowbell on quarter notes through the whole fucking song. Um, Barry White, a lot of Barry White uh, stuff. I sing that with the band because that's my vocal range. I'm a true baritone, and I'm black, so like the Barry White things. But can't get enough of your love. Uh, Get Down Tonight by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Of course, Rock of Ages opens up with cowbell. Um, Born on the Bayou. The Time Has Come Today by the Chambers Brothers. There's even a cowbell solo. So you think a bass solo's bad? Whew, you should hear a cowbell solo. Yeah, this gives you an idea. Yeah. I feel like sitting in a VW bus, smoking pot, and talking about nonsense. I love this song, by the way. Time. So, yeah, Give Me Some Lovin' by the Spencer Davis Group. And I got to throw this in. We're Not Going to Take It by Twisted Sister. Love is the Drug by Roxy Music. Play that funky. The King of Rock by Run DMC. Spinning Wheel. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. These are all great cowbell parts. Uh, but this was the last one on my list. We're going to wrap it up in 2 minutes, but I do want to play a minute of this because when I was with Weird Science, the Ultimate 80s band, I think that fucking double shot uh, may have affected me. Nah, I got to play it. Not in its entirety. Yes, it's Funky Cold Medina. Funky Cold Medina by Tone Loc. That was a medley of his hit. So, if I could have one song and live off it the rest of my life. But with that said, if I only had one hit and I was constantly like chasing that hit, I'd probably fucking kill myself. So that was our little walk through Cowbells. I didn't show you the light up Batmobile, which I wanted to. I didn't talk about the other booze I bought on the cruise. I spent a lot of fucking money on booze. I did just book my next cruise, December 14th is my next cruise, and I'm going 10 days, baby. And I'm going from the Gulf Coast of Florida into Mexico and then Puerto Plata, it's Dominican Republic. And I'm gonna be a what's it called? I'm gonna be a mule. I'm gonna come back with a belly full of fucking condoms filled with cocaine. I think it'll pay for the trip. So now I can't because when I get to the airport, they're gonna shove their hand up my ass looking for it. So the clock on the wall tells me that this hour has flown by. The teleprompter tells me that I didn't say 90% of that. Again, I want to welcome Jacqueline on board. I'm very excited. Um, I'm paying her a small fortune to be here, so I hope. No, I'm kidding. I'm Jewish. I'm not paying anyone anything. But I want to thank Bobby for bringing Jacqueline on board because I like that. I think I needed a fresh change. I've been doing this show for 72 years, and Bobby saw it. He saw it. He's a visionary. Guys, have a great night. We're running out of time. I'll see you next Wednesday. Same Seth time, same Seth channel.